Hello and welcome back to Gnomoria, episode 11. Oh, look at all our brave gnomes out there, tangled in the broken corpses of the goblins. Whilst off screen, I quickly had a look at our military situation. I've chosen the best two nomads in terms of sword fighting skill, as that's what they'll be equipping, to join our squad, the Fortified Seals. And I have disbanded the other squad because after a quick evaluation, I found that we only had enough living nomads to fill one more squad, and that's it. No other professions would be filled. And right now, I think we need to get more people working in the fort, especially on hauling tasks. So I've decided against having two squads for now. We should be safe, at least until sometime later in the day. So I'm going to leave this open, and hopefully they're going to continue bringing things in. Because right now, we absolutely need all of this stuff brought in as fast as they can. But unfortunately, I worry about that. Let's just go ahead and... I don't know. I think we're going to cancel these buildings. Just get more of our nomads out doing other jobs. So we're going to go ahead and cancel that. I hope. Yep, there we are. And cancel all the jobs in the kitchen. In fact, we are going to go ahead and deconstruct the both of them. There we go. So hopefully, this will free up even more, and our gnomes will start sorting out the pastures as well. Fizzbart should take care of things. Now, obviously this has caused some additional hauling tasks, but hopefully they'll be slight compared to the rest. If we just left them open, we'd have two gnomes just constantly working there. So whilst they're ferrying furniture and other such things down here, oh, and one of them is going to construct the kitchen by the looks of it, hopefully we can get things sorted up above. Now that's on priority 2. This should still be getting the lion's share of people working at it, I would hope. But it does look like everything is all over the place. If I have to, I will close the outside of the fort. Even with people out there, we can't afford to keep hemorrhaging our population like this. But I would really like it if we didn't have to do that, obviously. Now, let's restore the walls to their full height and continue work on our monument, which is now going to have to be even bigger. Damn it all. Right, let's go to terrain. We'll start with the walls, and the reason for that is that we're going to have to start with these middle ones first. Because of the way I intend to build this, I need to get these out because I don't intend to put a floor here. And that would prevent them from being able to build this properly. Like if I just queued up the whole wall, they might start from the corners, work their way in, and then not be able to reach the middle section. So you've kind of got to keep that in mind when you're building. These ones they can build at any order they particularly want to. Now I realise I've just taken a couple of people off hauling as a result of doing that, which is a bit of annoying. But I really do want to get some more progress done on this. It's pretty important, I think. Though perhaps I will cancel the middle bits, just for now. Get the outside walls done, and then I'll let them do a bit more hauling for a while. How dutifully you are training by yourself. Probably working on the training dummies there. Who is it? It's Millionfowl. Yeah, to be expected. Millionfowl never sleeps, never hungers. His only thirst is the thirst for battle. Where's everyone else? Competent LP, he's having a bit of a snooze. Cuddling up to his malachite shield. He's very proud of that shield, even though it's quite poor quality. I think he likes the colour. Now, they may be making a bunch more bronze, actually, because we did get quite a few copper bars from the last invasion there. And we already had quite a lot of tin hanging around. Let's just check this out. We have now run out of tin, but we do have a lot more bronze. So that's great. Let's go ahead and queue up some things. Let's get some more helmets. Actually, no. We won't do that because we do more or less have a full helmet and breastplates for the people who are going to be wielding them. Wearing them, sorry. Let's get some greaves. This only takes 4, so we'll have 4 of those. This only takes 2. So again, 4 of those. 2 for the boots as well. And the pauldrons, unfortunately, a little bit more. Let's actually cancel some of the greaves. The difference in the amount of metal that's required is making me wonder if the pauldrons and the greaves are actually, you need 2 of them for a full suit of armor. I wonder. We'll have a look at that. But still more things are being carted down here, and that's all well and good. Speed up the simulation again. Check the event log as well. Some alpacas born. Lots of goblin died messages. That's good. Now I'm curious as to see how these guys' skills have been growing over time. So let's check out Millionfowl. Millionfowl's skills are 40 in fighting now and 35 in axe. That's pretty awesome. 20 in armor, 28 in dodge, 15 in shield. Yeah, pretty good. What about you, incompetent LP? Only 25 in fighting, but you got a 32 in hammer. You started with a much higher weapon skill. You might not be as good in just general brawling, but you can do the job, I think. Now, what's everyone doing? Why are they all running around? Ah, most of them are sleeping in the day. One of them didn't even manage to make it to their bed. Oh, I really wish they would hurry up and get those corpses in, though. I'll cancel this for now. It just seems that we're trying to do too much. We've got some just ferrying down cotton, really slowly in fact, which is a little bit annoying, and most people are trying to do that particular task, which, again, very annoying. Is there anything is this, yeah, it's only a priority 2. Alas, it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to do much. Oh, let's pause. I want to see what you're wearing. Equipment. Yeah, yeah, it does look like they need 2, unfortunately. Damn. Okay, well, we'll go for the greaves then instead of the pauldrons. Let's get rid of those and put on 2 bronze pauldrons. Actually, yeah, we'll have enough. But at the very least, our soldiers are going to be pretty well equipped. And I'm quite worried about what's going to come from outside now that it's becoming night. So if you can build this wall in time, then so be it. If not, then we'll have to fight whatever comes through. I do actually kind of hope you do build it, so come on please, quick. Phew, okay. Panic over. We may survive another day. Possibly. Maybe. But our brave heroes are outside. We can't bring them in. Thankfully, that won't cause all of our gnomes to tantrum spiral, as I've mentioned before. It does make them a little bit unhappy, though. They do get sad. It's just, it doesn't seem to escalate in the same way that it does in Dwarf Fortress. In Dwarf Fortress, it can quickly just get completely out of control. But so far, in this, it doesn't seem to really get that bad. Oh, those emus are actually a little bit of a hidden benefit. They'll just go straight down there and eat an egg, rather than wandering off to get a sandwich. Well, that does mean the sandwich would keep them satiated for longer, but we can live with that. Alright. What other bars have we got then? Have we got many just basic copper bars? We've got a few. Let's make one more bronze pauldron, and actually we'll go ahead and any bar it. Another one. Now that they've finished bringing down all the cotton, things should speed up a little bit above. They should start giving priority to other things. And in a way, winter is going to be quite useful for us in that it's going to give us a chance to actually get on top of the hauling tasks generated by the farms and the groves. Because they're not going to be producing anything more for a long while. It grieves me though, those guys are still outside. It really does. Hopefully, we won't get too many invasions through the winter. I don't know if the season really affects this. One of you who do play Gnomoria a little bit more than me, please let me know if you found this out. Whether the season increases the frequency of invasions or decreases it. Whether, you know, the difficulty of walking through snowy mountain paths will decrease the amount of goblins we get, or for that matter, mants or anything else, wild honey badgers. And likewise, whether summer increases the frequency. Let's have a look at our kingdom width, because we have been getting a lot of trouble lately. And that is why we are now at 12k total worth for the kingdom. 8,000 for the stock we've got, and 4,000 for the constructions. This will be why we're having so much trouble with goblins, I imagine. Let's have a quick look outside. Are there any goblins out there? Yes, no, no, yes. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. I could open the door. Possibly. But most of our people are going to sleep, so perhaps not. Perhaps we'll wait. Wait until most of our soldiers are awake, I think. At the very least. Now, Seely, what equipment are you wearing? Oh, that's pretty good. She's fully equipped. And people are continuing to... they're moving things from here. Oh, they're moving the logs down. Not really what I would have liked, honestly. They're just generating a lot of extra work for themselves. But I suppose they don't have anywhere else to go right now. So, with that happening, with the fact that we've closed the outside fort, and I think I may leave it closed for a while now. I do want to go out there and get everyone in, but I just don't want to risk losing any more gnomes needlessly. So, unfortunately, you're going to be locked outside. But whilst all that's happening, we can continue building the monument. So at least something good will come from it. Now that that area is done. We may have trolled ourselves. Yes, I believe we have. So I'm just going to undo these ones. And after I was done telling you that you should make sure you do the walls in the right way. Oh, they can move diagonally. Oh, in that case then. Cancel these jobs, please. No, don't take away the floors. Ah, crap, what have I done? I am massively trolling myself. Okay. Have they actually taken away the floors? I think they have. Oh, you stupid gnomes. Stupid me for telling you to do it. Right, let's get some block floors back. Okay, we're good. And while they're doing that then, we'll continue building the walls. No, we can't build them for some reason. Did I do that wrong? Block wall. Oh, there we go. Right, we'll get those two down first. This one next. And we'll just leave our military train for a little while most of the gnomes are busy hauling things uselessly between one stockpile and another. And the thing is, I could... Yeah, I'll just tell tell this one to hold wood. There we go. That should stop them from trying to move it between the two, I think. I'm not sure if they'll still try to move them between the stockpiles based on the priority of the stockpiles, but hopefully this will stop generating so many stupid movement orders. But it does look like they stopped pulling from this one, so that might actually be what I need to do. And it could be why our hauling tasks have been so crazy for the last little while. Because I didn't realize that I was generating so much extra work by having told them to stop stockpiling them here. Be frustrated if that's the case. But on the plus side, you guys should now... Oh no, you don't have greaves. Why do you not have greaves? Oh, neither do you. Okay, I need to go and make some more greaves then. But you're getting close. We're getting you almost to the point where you're fully equipped. Right, we want 1 greave. Actually, just make 2 greaves again. So we will have Million Fowl and Incompetent LP fully equipped. It's a bit of a mismatch of gear. Some copper, some bronze, some malachite. But overall, it shouldn't be too bad. There we go. Once they're done with their particular training round, they should run off and equip themselves properly. Whilst we wait on this being finished, I will start the next part of the area here. We are going to need some extra floors, come to think of it. Going to need one here, 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 and here. Then we'll have stairs going up onto the next level, and then a wooden floor. Some statues around the top, I think. Another torch. I'm not sure if I'll go up another level or not. I might make some nice big windows. And then a roof. I wish there were ladders in this. Just so you can just go straight up rather than having to have enough room for a staircase. And as always, we see a slight botching of the pathing when they're all running up there when all they want to do is go down. People are just leaving wheat all over the fort. I'm not sure why. Some of it is getting down here, but just not much. At least they're doing something. Right, there's all these corpses outside, due to be butchered the moment we get a chance. But when that will be, who knows? And how many puzzle boxes are we making? 40. Okay. I'll let them continue with that, honestly. Oh, it looks like we may be out of rock, which means I should probably replace floors and walls. Let's go ahead and do that. Replace these floors with dirt clumps. I can't do it under where I've already designated a stockpile. I'm not going to be too obsessive about this one. But, like, I'm not going to mine this one away so I can replace this wall, because there's going to be huge amounts of rock here. And when we go down the next level, it's going to be even more. So this should do for now. And replace wall, dirt clump. We'll do this one as well. They're not going to be able to get to the corners to replace them, so I won't bother designating that bit. I say as I almost do. There we go. And there we are, goblins outside. Wish I understood the frequency of their invasion so I could know exactly how much time I could afford to spend trying to do other things. But we're going to let them die outside, I think. I have no interest in going out and tangling with them right now. It's taking these guys a little bit of time to replace these walls, though. And they're doing it without picks, which you'd assume they'd need to mine the wall first, but apparently not. And maybe that's why it's taking them so long. They're literally clawing the stones away. Those industrious little gnomes. Well, whilst we're having a little bit of a break, let's check on our Tinkerer. What sort of progress have you made? Ooh, very good progress. We should be seeing a new invention soon, I imagine. But for the time being, we are just watching them do what we told them to do. And this is going to start getting to the point now where there will be periods where that is all we're doing. So far, it's been fairly active at all times, but we are starting now to get to the point where we're waiting on jobs to be done. We're waiting on this to be built up a bit more. We're waiting on all these things to be hauled off. And I did ask at the beginning of the Let's Play, but I didn't really receive too much feedback, so I'll ask again. How do you want me to deal with that? I know in some Let's Plays that I've seen of games like Dwarf Fortress, there's a sort of a split. There are quite a few people who like seeing the designations, who like seeing the fort just kind of roll along, doing its thing whilst waiting for these projects to be completed. And equally, there are people who find that incredibly boring. And I can definitely appreciate that. So I'd be interested in knowing how you guys would like me to roll, because I can cut these out. It's a little bit more effort in getting the timings right and making sure the episodes are 30 minutes long, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So yeah, just leave a comment. But I have just noticed they've finished, or are getting close to finishing the walls. So let's get the block walls set up. There and there. I've got to wait for the doors, the floors to be done there. But one thing we can do is build the stairs up. And block stairs, of course. One there. One there. Do we have these floors done? No. So that's as far as we're going to be able to go with our monument for the time being. But soon we will have a roof. And hopefully one day we'll also have statues. But I didn't realize our stone stocks had run so low. It's quite possibly why it's been taking so long. There are a lot of things that you do kind of need to keep aware of when playing this game. And it's so easy to miss them. Right, let's go ahead and replace more of these walls, I think. Get some more stone out of the areas that we've already uncovered before we start having to expand our mining operations. Aye, aye, aye. Dual wielding axes. I don't think so. Goblin Vikings, not on my list of things to mess with today. I'm sorry. There we go there. Why are you carrying... There are literally gnomes just hugging bales of wheat. I'm not sure you put them in bales, but that is a little bit of a concern, honestly. I don't know what they're doing. They keep leaving them in the beds. Maybe they're trying to pack the beds with it. Maybe they're saying that the wool sheets that I've made are not good enough. I mean, you can just tell me, dudes. I'm not going to be too annoyed with you. I'll probably only put you in the stocks for a day. Maybe stick you in the gibbet for a little bit. Long enough for you to reflect on your insults. I've got 3 goblins out there. It doesn't seem that they're sending larger groups than that. They can. Certainly in the games I've played before, there's a honey badger there. They've sent very large groups, and they can actually come with effectively siege weapons or terror weapons, if you like, from XCOM. They can bring ogres along, and ogres are phenomenally frightening. They haven't worn any armor or brought any weapons that I've seen so far. But yeah, when they show up, it pays to take note, because they are about to mess up your day. And they take an enormous amount of time to kill as well. Even if you've got like 2 squads working on one and that's it. It takes forever. They are quite formidable opponents. Come on, I want to finish building this up. Am I running out of blocks, I wonder? Could be. But I don't think it is, because we've got some here. We've got, well, massive pile of granite there and a massive pile of granite there. So we definitely don't need any more blocks. It's interesting. Now, I'm surprised this hasn't been built, because we've got so many more builders now. But it seems that they're prioritizing just moving things around. Let's just double check on the builder profession, make sure that construction is there, and it is. So I'm very surprised that this kitchen hasn't been finished. But it does look like we've finished filling up the sacks down here, so they should start just moving in wheat right now. But we need to ensure there's enough crates and barrels for the food and drink, I think. So we'd best do that quickly before all of this space gets taken up by just raw, just bundles of wheat. So we want some barrels as well. Hopefully they'll get this done before they finish taking up all this room. These should get a higher priority than the hauling tasks, so as long as we've got the barrels and the crates to do, it should be alright. But I haven't specifically told them to bring down new crates, pine crates. So what we'll see here is they're bringing down the crates from up and around here, the ones that weren't on any designated areas. So those crates will probably be full of bones. It's not a bad thing, because it's roughly in the right area, but that will generate hauling tasks eventually, which is what I want to try and avoid, to be honest. I'm not sure whether, now that we've designated these areas to have things built on, whether they'll go ahead and take that space up with bundles of wheat or not. It'll be interesting to see what happens once that bit of area there is exhausted. Which will be the case in about 2 more hauling operations. Oh no, someone's decided they want to go for food or a drink or bed, perhaps. Go litter the dormitories with even more wheat. Not that we need it, but there we are. It is silly, the power thing, though, sometimes. As you notice, they want to get to the bed, so they come out here, go up, around there, realize, oh, there's no bed in the grove, go back down, oh, it was this door all along. Tricky doors, and then go back to sleep. I haven't really noticed that disruptive yet, but sometimes when time is of the essence, I've watched that happen and just been shaking my head thinking, you know, we're 3 seconds away from the ogres reaching the hole in the wall that you haven't plugged up because you can't work out that you needed to turn to the left when in fact you turned to the right. And then walked down a few flights of stairs, did a little dance in the Great Hall, came back up. Yeah, that can be quite frustrating sometimes. But it doesn't look like they will stack things where they know something's going to be built. So that's actually really, really good. And some of the dirt's been moved from there, so bones can be shifted there eventually. I'm interested in seeing how much is it. Oh no, no available space. I was wondering if it would tell me how much space was used, rather than just telling me how much available space, because I imagine it's like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. There's much more than 40 hides, I imagine. Or 40 yak meats, for that matter. But it looks like they're now producing the chairs that I asked for so long ago. So why don't we go ahead and start placing them? go to the chairs. Oh, we only want birch chairs. I think they're the only chairs I'm making, honestly, but let's go ahead and place these down. There's been so much death and decay going on in the fort that let's spruce up the Great Hall. Give them something to be happy about, I guess. If I really wanted to increase the value, I would replace these walls with birch planks and the floor with like applewood floor. That would skyrocket the value of this room. Both in terms of the doubling of the Great Hall and the regular value, which is, I guess, why I've not been doing it. We're already so high in value as it is. But if we have a look now with those chairs, we have a worth of 1,007. So in terms of the calculations for how many nomads we're going to get, that's worth 2,014, which is pretty nice. So in this episode, we haven't really done much to the fort yet. Oh, wait. When I wasn't looking, they decided to finish off a lot of the stuff that I told them to do. That's excellent. So let's go ahead and get the rest of this wall done. And rotate it around and get these 2 flights of stairs set up. And then in the coming episodes, we should be able to finish the next floor. Hopefully. Like I said, my plans are to have some windows up there. Some like large double windows. A torch, wood floor. And I'll have to build some temporary scaffolding to get up to the top and build the roof. But it shouldn't be too bad. We'll just make some sort of dirt ramps up along the outside of the building. Get up on top. Smooth it over. Possibly build some crenellations and then demolish the soil walkway that we made to get back down. Somewhat like they built the pyramids, I guess. And once the statues are finished, then this little tomb area will be mostly done, I guess. I would like to do a bit more with it, but we're limited in the amount of aesthetic things that we have on offer. I'll probably put some pillars up on the top floor just because. Though I could put some pillars down here, come to think of it. Nope. I will resist. We are already past the 30-minute mark. It is far too easy to get sucked back into this game. It's like a game of Civilization. One more turn, and then all of a sudden you look at the clock and it's 7 o'clock in the morning. You've got to go to work in half an hour. I've been there far too many times than I care to count, and I'm sure you have as well. So, in this episode, we've continued work on the monument. We haven't really gotten that much done, but we've seemed to have fixed some of our problems with the hauling jobs. It looks like the way I had our priority set up and these 2 stockpiles, they were spending an enormous amount of time just shifting stuff that I had stored. It was stored, it was okay where it was, down into the stockpiles inside the fort. And that does need to be done eventually, but not at the price of them not getting stuff that I absolutely need done right now and just leaving it sitting there, like all of the wood outside, like the corpses that have, unfortunately, it seems, just decayed. It looks like our honey badger friends have been killing a few goblins, which is always good to see. But as we can see here, we still have a small amount of them to deal with. Cinder Fragment continues to be a thorn in our side. And they are starting to send much better equipped goblins. And if we have a look at their skill, it's not too bad. It's worse than us, which is a good thing. But yeah, it's enough that if we went out there, I would imagine we would see some casualties. But we have finally completely kitted out Million Fowl and Incompetent LP with full set of armor. That is a big improvement over what we had. They should be able to take a fair old beating now with all of that. Not that we want them to, but they have the option. They have the survivability now. Those 2 can tank. Most of our troops, though, lack armor. I think one of them has a mostly complete set of leather. Oh no, a complete set of leather. That's cool then. So, in the next episode, we're going to probably try to finish outfitting the rest of our troops with armor and continue moving our industries indoors. Right now, we've completely disabled our food and drink industry. And oh my goodness, look at the drinks. That's going down quite quickly. Thankfully, the well will take care of that. So we need to make sure to get a distillery set up in the next episode, probably at a higher priority than the kitchen. So I'll just de-designate that. But this one has gone on long enough. I hope you've enjoyed it. We don't seem to be making as much progress as I'd like. And please do give me some feedback on whether you'd be happy for me to just continue playing through and just, you know, if there is a quiet time, just letting it be a quiet time, or whether you'd like me to start judiciously cutting out the periods of waiting and just focusing on when we've achieved something or when I'm looking at building something and talking through that a little bit before going away and letting our gnomes do all the laborious task of hauling stuff to the building site. So, as always, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope you'll join me for the next. But until then, do take care.